Good morning students. In the previous video, we discussed about features of federalism. But now, question arises, what makes India a federal country? Let's start. When we got freedom, we suffered a partition. Soon after independence, princely states became a part of the country. Constitution declared India as a union of states. The word federation was not used in the constitution, but Indian Union was based on principles of federalism such as two level of government, interpretation of the court in the constitution, etc. The constitution provided three-tier system of government. Earlier, we were having only two tiers of government. Number one, union government, what we call central government. Number two, state government. Later, a third tier of federalism was added in form of panchayats and municipalities. These three levels enjoy separate jurisdictions, means these levels enjoy their own powers. These powers are specified in the constitution by three lists. Number one, union list. Number two, state list. Number three, concurrent list. Union list. Union list has subjects which are related to the national importance such as defense of country, foreign affairs, banking, communication and currency. All these subjects require a uniform policy throughout the country. So that's why only union government can make law on these subjects. Next one is state list. All those subjects which are related with the state and local importance come under this category, such as police, trade, commerce, agriculture and irrigation. Only state government can make law on these subjects. Third one is concurrent list. Both union as well as state government can make law on this list. It includes a subject of common interest to both union as well as state government, such as marriage, forest, education. We can take the example of state board and central board. If there will be any conflict, then the law made by the union government will be accepted. Now, question arises, what is about those subjects that don't fall in any of these three lists and that came up after the constitution was made? According to constitution, on such type of the subjects, union government means central government has a power to make law. These subjects are known as residuary subjects such as computer, software and information technology. Students, if you remember, we have discussed about holding together federation, in which we learned that in this type of federation, all the constituent units don't enjoy equal powers, means some special powers are given to some states. India is a best example for this. In India, special status was given to Jammu and Kashmir. According to Article 370 and 35A, Jammu and Kashmir was a state with its own constitutions, and Indians who were not the permanent residents of this state cannot buy the land there. But students, now Article 370 has scrapped. So, let's take a look on the reorganization of Jammu Kashmir Act. Jammu Kashmir was a state different from other states in terms of governance. Jammu Kashmir Act of 2019 bifurcate means divided the state of Jammu Kashmir into two union territories. There emerged two union territories, Ladakh and Jammu Kashmir. Ladakh comprises district of Leh and Kargil. Jammu Kashmir comprises the rest. Previously, Jammu Kashmir was a state with a special status. It had its own constitution. Being a state, laws were passed by legislative assembly. But now, as it converted to be union territory, it would be controlled by central government through a lieutenant governor who acts for the president. All the administrative department and police would also work under the control of central government. Out of these two union territories, the UT Ladakh doesn't have its own legislative assembly. For example, Chandigarh. But UT Jammu and Kashmir has its own legislative assembly like Delhi and Puducherry according to Article 239A of the Constitution. So students, here we learnt about the Article 370 of Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu Kashmir now emerged as a union territory. So students, let's learn more about union territories. We have the provision of union territories. Union territories are the geographical areas which are too small to be declared as a state, and they cannot be even merged with other states also, as Chandigarh and Lakshadweeps, capital city of Delhi. These territories don't have the power of state, and central government has the power to run these areas. Students, we know that power sharing arrangement is a basic structure of the Constitution. Means the distribution of power between the union government and the state government is prescribed in the Constitution. Parliament cannot make changes in this arrangement on their own. Any change has to be first passed by both the houses of the Parliament with the at least 2/3 majority. Then it has to be ratified, means formal consented by the legislature, at least half of the total states. The High Court or Supreme Court, that is judiciary, plays an important role in solving the disputes between the division of powers. So students, today we have discussed about those features which make India a federal country. Hope you all understood it. That's all for the day, and read page number 16 and 17 of your NCERT book for better understanding. Thank you.